1965 Twins won the 1965 American League pennant with a 102-60 record. It was the team's first pennant since moving to Minnesota, and the 102 wins was a team record. The regular season, Julio Versalles was named the most valuable player in the AL. He also led the team with 126 runs scored, won the Gold Glove for his play at shortstop. Oliva led the AL with a .321 batting average. Killebrew was limited to 113 games by injuries, but still hit 25 homers and had 75 RBIs. In the standings, there you see him, and 69 Orioles. A little brief summary on every team. The 1969 Baltimore Orioles season was a season in American baseball in the first season after the American League was split into two divisions. The Orioles won the first ever American League East title, finishing first with a record of 109 wins, 53 losses, 19 games ahead of the runner-up Detroit Tigers. After the regular season, the Orioles went on to the inaugural American League Championship Series, where they faced the Minnesota Twins. They swept the Twins in 1969 ALCS, but lost the World Series to the upstart National League champion New York Mets in 5 games. The team was managed by Earl Weaver. The games were played at Memorial Stadium. There's the standings. Let's see right there. December 4th, Kurt Blefary and John Mason were traded by the Orioles to the Houston Astros for Mike Cuellar and Enzo Hernandez. Okay, so let's get started. First pitch of the game to Julio Versalles. Mike Cuellar on the hill for the Baltimore Orioles. There's the first pitch. That's going to be a home run, 1-8, or fly ball. It's going to be a long blast. Versalles is going to lead the game off with a home run down the left field line. So that's a wake-up call. And here's Rich Rollins. Early 1-0 lead by the Twins, 1-10. Fly ball to right field. Frank Robinson is pacing around out there. He's going to have it for the out, and that's one down. It's Tony Oliva, always dangerous, 6 and 7. Ground ball to second base. Johnson will handle that and twists and throws, and he's out. There's 2 down. Harmon Killebrew, the killer. That's going to be a walk. Killer walks. And now we have Bobby Allison. I always got Bobby Allison and Johnny Callison mixed up. 5 and 7. That is going to be a fly ball to center field. Paul Blair stalking the grounds in center field. He's out. All right, bottom of the first. Scores 1-0. Here's the lineup for the Baltimore Orioles. Don Buford leads off, plays left field. Paul Blair's batting second, center. Boog Powell's batting third at first base. Frank Robinson batting fourth in right field. That's switched there. Brooks Robinson batting fifth. Davey Johnson's at second. Elroy Hendricks the catcher. Mark Belanger, Ray Euler on steroids, is at short. And Mike Cuellar is pitching. The pitcher for the Minnesota Twins is Mudcat Crank. Here we go, bottom of the first. 1-5. That's a fly ball to left field. It's going to be out. He dives and makes a great play. Bobby Allison. Here's Paul Blair. 5-9. Fly ball to left field. Allison again is there. Doesn't have to move for that one. He's out. There's Boog Powell. Boog. 5-5. Ground ball to short. Versalles got a backhand. He's to hurry. He's got him. It's a good thing called in. Runner again. Here's Batty. We're at the top of the second. 3-10. That's a fly ball to right field. That's going to be caught. There's one down. Nasick. Joe Nasick. 3-6. Ground ball to the left side. Robinson scoops it up over first. There's an out. 2 down. 1-4. Fly ball to center field. Paul Blair drawing a bead on it. He should have it. Gets a good boot on it, but he makes the catch. Here comes Frank Robinson. We're in the bottom of the second. 3 and 7. Walks him. And here's Brooks. Grant fakes a pickoff throw. Robinson shortens his lead. 5-3. That's fly ball right field. Allison is coming over. He's going to make the grab on that. Rainbow shot. Here's David Johnson. Here's 2. That's going to be a ground ball to second base. Kendall slides over to his left a little bit. Throws him out. 2 down. Buck kick. Grant is batting. 6 and 7. That's going to be a ground ball to second base. Johnson goes to the other side. Picks it up. Turns around. Throws him out. It's the inning. Top third. There's 1 out. And here is Sully over Sales. 4 and 7. Struck him out. It's Cuellar's first strikeout. Oh, Versailles can't believe it. He says something to the umpire and chalk up a whiff for Cuellar. Here's Rich Rollins. 4 and 5. That's going to be another strikeout. That's 2. Another hook for a strike. Cuellar's got the curveball working tonight. Here comes Elrod Hendricks. There's top of the bottom of the third. 5 and 4. Fly ball center field. Nosek drawing a bead on it. Looks like he might have it. He sprints over and makes the catch. And here comes Mark Belanger. Sure glove shortstop for the Baltimore Orioles. 5 and 8. Went out to first base. Kilbrew has it. Belanger is retired. Here's Mike Cuellar. That's going to be a ground ball to first. Kilbrew will handle it himself, and the inning is over. Rolling on the top of the fourth. Score is 1-0. Mike Cuellar and Mike Grant are locked up in a duel here. Here comes Tony Oliva, the MVP for 1965. That's going to be a base hit for Tony Oliva up the middle. He sends a screamer up the middle. Has himself a single. Man on first. Here comes Herman Kilbrew. He's always dangerous. Cuellar steps off the rubber and Oliva shortens his lead. Cuellar, better keep an eye on Olivia. Olivia. It's my daughter's name. Oliva. And here comes Kilbrew. Let's take the pitch to Kilbrew. That's going to be a single. Nice shot by Harmon. That might put Olivia, leave it at third, and he's there, yes. There's Bob Allison. And then first and third, they're threatening here. It's going to be a base hit for Allison. That scores Oliva. Billy Martin puts up a stop sign. Kilbrew will stay at second base. Got the great Billy Martin coaching third base. Here's Earl Batty. Twins take a 2-0 lead. 3-7. That's going to be a ground ball to short. That's going to be 2 outs with Kilbrew on third. 6-4-3. They roll it up. And now here comes Joe Nosek. The pitch to Nosek. That's going to be a ground ball to short. Mark Belanger is going to have to screamer. Getting the hole. He got him though. 6-3. Nice play. And Don Buford is now the batter. We're in the bottom of the fourth. The score is 2-0 Minnesota. They get another run. 3-10. That's going to be a ground ball to second base. Kendall go over to his left. Take the catch. Throw him out. 1 down. Here's Paul Blair. That's going to be a ground ball to third base. Rich Rollins. Paul, who moves well, is motoring to first. Rollins wings it over quickly to Kilbrew, and he's out the last stop. Here's Booth Powell. He's looking to get off the schneid here. Got to get a hit. Base hit, right field. He comes through. All right, now we got a man on first base with 2 outs. And here's Frank Robinson. 5-4. That's fly ball to center field. Nosek is 2. He's coming over. He's going to have to hurry to get that one. He drifts over. He makes it the catch. And the inning is over. The top of the 5th. Minnesota holds a 2-0 lead. Just 1 lone hit for the Baltimore Orioles. Here's Kendall. 1-8. He struck him out. Cuellar's got that screwball working. his favorite pitch. He struck him out. That's 2 in a row. Grant is gone on strikes. Left bat still in cock position. Zoli over Sales. 3 and 4. Ground ball to short. And he was over quickly. He's out by a step. It's going to be a triple one or a single, everything else. It's going to be a base hit. That's over the head of Robinson. Over the head of Rollins. And he will be on first base with nobody out. Here's Davy Johnson. Baltimore's best chance so far. 1 and 8. That's a pop-up. He got under it. Pops it up into the sky. Kendall makes the grab. There's the one away. That was only Baltimore's second hit so far in this game. Here's Elrod Hendricks. 5 and 7. It's a ground ball to second base. Kendall picks it up. Can they turn 2? They get a twin killing. They roll it up. 2 for the price of 1 for the Twins. Now we're in the top of the 6th. Score is 2-0 still. That's going to be a double. Rollins cranks one off the wall here at Camden Yards, and he's standing on second base. Here comes Tony Oliva. The Twins are looking good. 4 and 6. That's a strikeout. Struck him out. There's Killaroo. Home run 1-2. That's a long blast way back. This could be. It is out of here by a long ways. That was a blast. That was a moonshot, folks. Tommy Killaroo gave it a ride. The score is 4-0. All right, here comes Bob Ellison. He's flown out in singles with an RBI today. 4 and 6. That's a ground ball to short. Belanger scoops it up. He fires him out. I know I have it on computer. Here's Earl batting, so I'm not worried. 2 and 10. That's a walk to Batty. Cuellar's struggling a little bit. He's pitching okay, but he's not getting any support. Right now, the bats, 3-5, ground ball to short. That's going to be a force play at second, and the inning's over. Well, he fires to first. Bottom of the 6th, 4-0. Twins looking good. 3-2. It's a ground ball to third. I would have said that the Orioles were the favorite only because I knew them better than I know the Twins. All right, here's Mike Cuellar to bat. They're going to use a pinch hitter. Chico Solomon is stepping on the dugout. He'll be up there against Grant. And here comes the pitch. 3 and 10. That's a base hit to center field. He comes through. Nice hit for the young fella. And here's Don Buford. Solomon, not a very good runner. He checks in, pitches. That's a ground ball to first base. It's going to act like a sacrifice. Solomon will be on second. There is 2 outs. Baltimore is running out of time. They need to get something going here. Here's Paul Blair. That's going to be a fly ball to center field. Nozick is coming over. He's going to put the squeeze on that one to end the inning. And we've played 6 complete. We have a 4-0 score. Here's Joe Kendall. Jerry Kendall. No relation to Jason, in case you're wondering. 4 and 6. That's a base hit 1-8. That's going to be a line out. He hit it right on the screws, right at Brooks Robinson. There's 1 down. And here comes the big sideburn wearing mugcat Grant. 5-5. That's going to be a home run 115. That's going to be a long fly. Well, they're going to do a ballpark effect, and it's going to be a base hit. Clean single for Grant. So it's probably his power. Probably gave him a hit because of his power rating. Here's for Sales. 1 and 8. That's going to be a home run 1-15, and it looks like solely over. Sales does it again. It's a long blast deep, and it's gone. Left center field. That's 2 home runs. Solely over. Sales gave it a ride. That was a 2-run shot. 6-0. Here's Rich Rollins. Bertina is on the hill for the Orioles. 6 and 11. That's going to be a ground ball to first. Powell will take it himself. There's 2 down. Here comes Tony Oliva. He's hitting 321 this year. Oh, that is going to be a home run. It's a long fly ball. That's going to be off the fence in the corner, in the gap out there, right center field, and he has himself a double. Harmon Killebrew is 2 for 2 today with a dinger. And it's 4 and 10. It's ground ball to short. He's going to gobble it up. In what year was the spitball and any other pitch that involved tampering with the ball outlawed? Well, it'll have to be a total guess from me, but I'm going to say 1920. Okay, let's take a look at that answer. It is 1920. I'd like to say that I knew, but I actually totally guessed. All right, here we are. Top of the 7th inning. Here's Boog Powell, the bat. And Booger takes a walk. He draws a walk, so he works Grant good. Makes him throw some more pitches than he wanted to. He's up to 76, though. He's been very economical today. Here's Frank Robinson. And that's going to be, oh, he hits the ball hard, right on the nose, but it's right to Allison. And that's going to be 1 out. Here's Brooks Robinson. The Orioles just can't get anything going against Mudcat Grant. And that's a home run. That's a single. Base hit. First and second with 1 out. And here's Davy Johnson. There's something going on. What's it going to be? That's a 58-footer. Bat, he can't come up with it. It's off his chest. The runner's advance. A wild pitch by Grant. Well, Grant's starting to lose it a little bit. He's got men on second and third with 1 out. Davy Johnson's up. And here comes the pitch. 6 and 4. He takes a walk. That's a little outside. It's all 4. He walked him. Now we got the bases loaded for Elrod Hendricks. Never fails. Bottom of the order. Always up when you need it. That's going to be a ground ball to second base, and he's going to get out of the inning by turning the 4-6-3 double play. Wow. That just killed him. Top of the 8th inning. Here's Bob Allison. That's going to be a line out. Right on the nose, right to Brooks Robinson. 1 down. Outstanding range shown on that play. Earl Batty. 4 and 4. That's going to be a ground ball to third base. Brooks Robinson picks it up. 1 hopper. Throws him out. That's going to be 2 down. Here's Jerry Nussick. 6 and 5. That's a strap. And that'll end the inning. We're going to the bottom of the 8th. And the Orioles got to get it going. It's now or never. They're going to be saying goodbye to the Baltimore Orioles in 1969. There's Mark Belanger. Is it Bellinger or Bellinger? That's going to be a base hit for Bellinger. I always thought it was Belanger. Just depends, I guess, where you're from. Tomato, tomato. Here's Bertana. He's up there. Oh, Dave May is swinging a bat. He's going to come in and bat for Frank. Try to get something going here for the Birds. 5 and 8. That's a fly ball to center field. Nostick will have that, and there's 1 out. And on first, 1 out. Don Buford. This is it for them. They got to get something going. 4 and 10. Got to cut your X. Get your Batty. Will take it for the out. A little tiny pop up in the air. Here's Paul Blair. 2 outs. And it's going to be a ground ball over to Rollins. He picks it up, throws it to first. The inning is over. Coming up in to mop up for Baltimore, Minnesota has a comfortable lead. They're out in front by 6. We're in the top of the 9th. This is Lopez is the pitcher. And here's Kendall. On 12, he'll draw a walk. He works the pitcher for a walk. They don't want to come in throwing balls. Got to throw strikes. Here comes Mudcat Grant. He's 1 for 3. The run scored. He's going to try to lay it down. He bunts the ball. It's successful. The play is to first. Sacrifice works to perfection. Kendall's on second. Here's Versailles. Playing small ball. 3 and 8. That's a walk. First and second with 1 out. Top of the 9th. And something's going on here. It's in the dirt. Both runners will move up without a throw. Wild pitch. That's second and third for Rollins. That's going to be a ground ball back to the box. Lopez. Quick glance. It's going to throw to first, and Rollins is out. They get a run, though. It's 7-0. It's Tony Oliva. Turns out nothing like I thought it would. Oliva gets a hold of one. He's got himself a double. That's going to knock in a run. That ball was hit into the gap. Right center field. Tony Oliva. Well, here is the killer, Killebrew. He has walked, singled, and homered. He's having a perfect day. First time I've ever seen him do anything. 1-8. He walks again. He must have been something else when he was in his prime. Never got to see him play. I think maybe once, but he was older. I was just a little kid. Can't remember much about it. We're in the bottom of the ninth. There's 2 outs. Men on first and second, and here is Bob Allison. That's going to be a ground ball to shortstop. Belanger is over to first in time. He didn't see anything. We're in the bottom of the ninth. Minnesota Twins are just pouring it on. 8-0 over the powerful 69 Baltimore Orioles. Let's see if Grant can get a complete game shutout. It's going to be a base hit. Boog singles. That's his second hit of the day. And here's Frank Robinson. Now Frank has been held hitless all day. That's not something that he's accustomed to. He's usually always coming through with something big. He takes a walk there, he gets on base. They have first and second with nobody out. Baltimore has to do something. Pretty good stuff to get out of this one. 3-7, that's a ground ball to shortstop, and there's that killer double play. Just a thorn in their side the whole game. They got a man on third with 2 outs, bottom of the ninth. Here's Davy Johnson. And that'll be a ground ball to short. Versailles grabs it, throws first, got him, and the ball game is over. The visiting Minnesota Twins come into Camden Yards and beat the 1969 Baltimore Orioles 8-0. I would say the favored Orioles. And let's get that box score and take a look at how we did. Solio Versailles went 2 for 4, scored 3 runs, had 3 ribbies. Maybe the player of the game, other than Mudcat Grant's 6-hitter. Rollins 1 for 5, scored a run, had an RBI. Oliva was 3 for 5, he scored a run, he had an RBI. Harmon Killebrew 2 for 3 with a run scored and 2 RBIs. Bob Allison 1 for 5 with an RBI. That's the way offense is supposed to work. Right there. It was a good job by the 1965 Minnesota Twins. Patty was 0 for 3, Nossick 0 for 4, Kendall 0 for 3 with a run scored. Mudcat Grant was 1 for 3 with a run scored. That was the power effect base hit. He almost should have had a home run, but the power effect is a W. It keeps him in a single. The Orioles couldn't get much going. They were held to 6 hits by Grant. Don Buford was 0 for. Blair was 0 for 4, and Boog Powell was 2 for 3. So the top 4 hitters, Frank Robinson was 0 for 2, was 2 for 13. Just can't win games doing that. Brooks Robinson 2 for 4. Davy Johnson 0 for 3. Hendricks 0 for 3. Belanger 1 for 3. Cuellar 0 for 1. Salmon 1 for 1. The Twins opened up the scoring right away on a leadoff home run. Zolio Versailles took the first pitch of the ball game, hit it into the stands for a home run. And the Twins never looked back. They scored another one in the 4th, 2 in the 6th, 2 in the 7th, 2 in the 9th to win 8-0. 8 runs, 10 hits, no errors for the Twins. No runs, 6 hits, no errors for the Birds. Mudcat Grant gets the win. He goes the distance. 9 innings pitched, 6 hits, no runs, walked 4, he did not strike out 1 batter. Mike Cuellar, one of my favorite pitchers, took the loss. He pitched 6 innings. He gave up 6 hits, 4 runs. They were earned. Walked 2 and struck out 5. He gave up 2 home runs. Cuellar and Denny McLain shared the Cy Young Award. I don't know if it's ever been shared before or since. But that year, I guess they couldn't come to a decision as to who had the better season. Bertena pitched 2 innings, gave up 3 hits, 2 runs. They were earned. He struck out and he gave up a home run. He only struck out 1 batter. Lopez pitched an inning. He gave up a hit, 2 runs, 3 walks. Just didn't have good control today. The attendance was 50,740. It was a good day. It was a day game. It took 2 hours and 28 minutes, and that is about it. We got home runs by Versailles. He hit 2 home runs, so I would have to say he was the player of the game. And Killebrew had a home run. A shutout, you can take your pick, Mudcat Grant or Versailles, but the batter, Zolio Versailles, was on today. Versailles had 3 RBIs. Rollins had 1. Oliva, Killebrew had 2. Bobby Allison. Grant had a sacrifice. There's your walks, your strikeouts. The Twins churned 2 crucial double plays. Earl Batty hit into 1. Brooks, 3 actually. 4. Brooks Robinson, Davey Johnson, Elrod Hendricks hit into 2. Wild pitches, Mudcat Grant and Lopez. 2 out RBIs was Oliva. Runners left in scoring position, Nosek, Paul Blair, Killebrew, Allison, Johnson. Zolio Versailles hit 2 home runs, and Herman Killebrew hit a home run. RBIs, Zolio Versailles had 3, Rollins, Oliva, Killebrew had 2, and Allison. There's your sacrifice, walks, strikeouts. Crucial double plays for the Orioles. They hit into too many. They hit into 4 double plays today. Earl Batty hit into 1 for the Twins, but Brooks Robinson, Davey Johnson, and Elrod Hendricks hit into 2 double plays with runners in scoring position. Grant and Lopez had wild pitches.
Minutes and program.
2 out RBI, Tony Oliva, and there's the scoring right there. They had a web gem in the top of the 9th. Lopez robbed Rich Rollins of a base hit. With that, we'll say goodnight and be here for the next game. Let's save this to make sure I have it. And we will let the 65 Minnesota 8. 69 birds, nothing. Well, that'll conclude the broadcast for today as the Minnesota Twins win 8-0. And our next game is going to be the 1967 Boston Red Sox against the 1968 Cleveland Indians. So I hope you can join me for that one. With that, I will say goodnight, folks. So long, everybody.